first matchup, Maryland did an excellent job staying attached to Tominaga. So we'll see if the Terps can repeat that on the road.
There's Derrick Walker to work against Julian Reese. 15 to shoot, has to skip to Tominaga. He'll try the three in the corner. And the rebound for Hakeem Hart.
You got to be careful if you're Maryland. If you're going to double the post, you cannot leave Keisei Tominaga.
Hart around the screen from Reese. Maryland, a very different team away from College Park this year. They have struggled to score on the road. Second chance here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, coming off the big win over Purdue, just the emotional potential letdown that could be at play for Maryland.
7 to shoot. Carey low to Reese. 2 to shoot. Reese is going to have to hoist. Got a look. And a rebound ripped away, taken away by Dante Scott. And that is going to be a turnover. Well, averaging just 62 points per game away from College Park. A team that averages 74 points per game at home, where they're 14-1. Griesel, not necessarily his game, the three-point shot.
No. Again, that's too easy. That's just Derrick Walker backing his man down and a kick to a wide-open shooter.
Carey, as he went down, a bat over to Young. Jameer Young's been a nice find. The transfer from Charlotte, averaging 18 points per game in conference play. And Dante Scott with a three.
Yeah, Dante Scott has not shot it well this year from a percentage standpoint, but you know he's capable, and he's got the green light. Pretty good find from Young on just a simple pick roll and lift up on that weak side.
Scott's really struggled the last couple of games. It'd be huge for Maryland if he can get it going early. Wilcher bumped by Carey. Shot clock down to 10. This is Maryland's style. They grind you out each possession. Walker inside. Reese with the block, and a tie-up will send it to Maryland.
It's a good sign to see some perimeter jump shots go down for a team in Maryland that's not a great three-point shooting team.
They just need to score enough to match their defense, allowing 58 points per game over the last 9. That double in the post. Ball batted away and taken away. Tominaga and the Huskers on the run. Lawrence up ahead. Tominaga all the way to the rim, and it's cleaned off the glass by Young, and they're going to call a goaltend. Walker going baseline, bumped by Reese, and Julian Reese picks up his first.
And Reese's foul trouble is something to watch. He's got to be careful. Not a lot of depth behind Reese at that 5 spot.
Yeah, with that foul trouble, only averaging 26 minutes a game. They need him out there for more.
And with double teaming the post, there's no reason for Reese to get too aggressive when he's guarding Walker, because another help defender's coming.
A tough shot for Griesel, and he made it look easy.
Between Griesel and Hart and Scott and even Young, you got a lot of guards that will step down into the post and post up in this game.
Tominaga matched up with Carey. Here's Scott off the shot fake, gets into the paint. Little short, Tominaga the rebound. They say 0 for 2 to start this ballgame. Wilcher trying to pick up where he left off at Rutgers, off the mark with that 3.
Nebraska made 12 threes on the road against Rutgers. Just excellent shot making from Nebraska.
Wilcher 5 of 9 from range in that game. A real breakout for him. He had struggled of late. That was his best game in the 2023 portion of the calendar. 5 threes were more than the previous 6 games combined for C.J. Wilcher. Inbound to Ian Martinez, the 6'3 junior. Off the Maryland bench, Hakeem Hart will back it out. Scott will try from deep. Hit his first, this one off the mark to Griesel.
Maryland's got to resist the temptation to settle for too many threes. Nebraska's really going to pack that paint, but you got to still try and get in there.
Tough lob for Walker, and he could not keep his footing and keep the ball in play. A turnover for Nebraska.
The one weakness in Walker's game is he's a little turnover prone.
15 Husker turnovers in that first game led directly to 20 Maryland points. It was a 19-point game. Hakeem Hart fades away on that 3, and the rebound caroms around. Who has it? It ends up with Julian Reese. He can't get it to go, and Sam Hoiberg plucks it out of the air. This is not exactly what you would call an offensive showcase early.
No. Both teams feeling each other out, but a lot of perimeter jump shots from the Terps.
Wilcher patient underneath, gets the 2.
Well, Maryland's got to be a little sharper with their rotations out of that double team. Just a little step slow right now are the Terps defensively.
Huskers 2 of 7 from the floor. Maryland 1 of 8 from the floor. Martinez driving inside, offensive foul. Griesel there to take the charge. You talked about it earlier, Nick. One of the things Nebraska does defensively, they take charges to get stops.
Right on cue, can create opportunities for others, but his movement without the ball, Kevin, is as good as you'll see in college basketball right now.
His skill setting up a television conversation, excellent as well with that three.
Right, it's like
really do appreciate that. Patrick Emilian off the bench, transfer from St. Francis of Brooklyn. Emilian with the skip. 7-0 Nebraska run. Martinez trying to stop it. Long pass to Hart, 2 to shoot. Hart in some trouble against Hoiberg, turns, and the shot over Hoiberg, no. Tip try by Young won't go, but Young stays with it, and Jameer Young gets 2.
That's already the 6th offensive rebound for Maryland early. Maryland doing a great job attacking the offensive glass. And I'll be interested to see how much man or zone Maryland elects to play in this game, because they like to switch it up.
Second Husker turnover gives Maryland a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 as Scott drives into the paint. And that's a turnover. 4th Maryland turnover already.
Finally, here's Maryland's three-quarter court pressure. It's more to chew clock than it is to turn you over.
Well, it's one of the things they love to do is just make you stretch out that possession and that shot clock.
No doubt. Maryland excellent at making you take a lot of time to take a look.
Griesel, tough turnaround off the heel, rebounded by Young. Already the 3rd rebound for Jameer Young. Ian Martinez against Tominaga, using the window, but it will not go. Battling for the board, the tie-up gives it to the Huskers.
Well, something will be interesting. Maryland in the second half kept it real simple against Purdue, and they just attacked Fletcher Lawyer.
You see the difference for this team home and road. It's just been night and day for Maryland when they get out of College Park.
Yeah, and offense really affects the defense as well.
Oh, Tominaga just able to wait for Young to slide by. Everything for Casey is going right now.
He's not just a three-point shooter. He can hit those mid-range shots. He can get to the rim.
Wilhelm Breidenbach on the floor for the first time for the Huskers. Tominaga working against Scott. There's the double from Blaise Keita. Out to Jameer Young. He found the open man. Got a good shot. Another offensive rebound. Julian Reese driving into Keita. It's a blocking foul. 12-5 advantage overall on the boards. And that dart by Reese. And that's kind of been Julian Reese's issue at the line. 50-50 all year long for Julian Reese. Here's Tominaga.
Good help from Scott. A little emergency switch.
Casey will try to take him off the dribble now. Scott's a good defender. Tominaga, the scoop won't go. Good defense by Scott.
Really good.
There's Young with the crossover working against the freshman Jamarcus Lawrence. Martinez on the shot fake. Entry to the post. There's the double from Breidenbach. Young turning the corner. Keita changed that shot. Rebound out to Lawrence. Doesn't have numbers. Freshman doesn't care. Going end to end. And it's ripped down by Martinez. 1 on 3, but he didn't bring it out.
Just exactly what Kevin Willard was worried about. A slow offensive start for his group.
This matchup as Keita comes over to get the double. Good minutes again from Blaise Keita as he gets the takeaway.
That's his identity as a player. Energy defensively off the bench.
Fred Hoiberg said he's probably Nebraska's best positional defender. The problem is he's had that ankle issue for a little over a month that finally is better. He's got his lift back. Now he'll try to shoot from the elbow. And the rebound tipped out of bounds by Maryland. It'll stay with the Huskers and a timeout in Lincoln. By Nebraska off the timeout as Derrick Walker gets the flush and Maryland down 5.
One thing we haven't seen from Nebraska yet is they've been a team that's switched defenses a lot with 2-3 and 1-3-1, but just straight man early on because it's gone well. There you go, good ball movement.
Young
Much better.
in the paint, a little bit short, but Kevin Willard's going to live with that. Got a good look.
Yeah, got reversed from side to side.
There's Walker on the attack, driving inside, can't get it to go, but Breidenbach and a foul underneath.
And if that's on Reese, that's 2. And now Patrick Emilion's got a tall task on his hands to try to slow down Derrick Walker, but it's got to be a group effort when you're dealing with Walker at the high post and in the post.
With a weave in the corner, finds Martinez. That 3 won't go, and Maryland just 2 of 16 to start this ball game. There's Walker attacking right away off the window. You knew Nebraska was going to get the ball in the hands of Derrick Walker with Reese on the bench.
Well, and how crafty is that? Your center gets a ball screen from your point guard. Griesel set a little screen on Emilion. Easy drive with Walker's right hand.
Hart quiets the crowd with a 3.
Well, and now Maryland gets to set their 3/4 court pressure. They chew the shot clock. This is how Maryland wants to play. Little trap.
Hoiberg does a pretty good job handling that trap, gets out of it. Griesel, 13 to shoot. Breidenbach will try from range. He has struggled from deep this year, 10 of 42 from 3. Nice find by Young, and the roll there for Emilion. A chance for one more at the line. Hit the free throw. Still a 4-point Nebraska lead, but they're able to set that pressing.
Yes. They'll fall back a little bit, might try and run and jump.
Tominaga waiting at the scorer's table to come back into this one.
Trying to get Walker in the post.
There he is, extended. The skipped. Lawrence, the open man. The 3 will not go, and a battle underneath. Breidenbach's got his second personal foul. So each team a little thin in the post right now. Breidenbach and Reese. Although I would guess Fred Hoiberg would have taken that trade at the beginning of the game. Young. Nice pass inside to Patrick Emilion. That's what Jameer Young can do.
Yes.
Really talented.
Really, really good at getting into the lane and got around the hedge man, Walker.
Oh, Walker, a little Euro step and a wild shot. Maryland looking to tie with a 2 or grab the lead with a 3. Here's Young. Back to Emilion. Cannot get the roll this time. Lawrence probing. Wilcher cannot save it. Out of bounds and a timeout on the floor as the Huskers turn it over for the 3rd time in this first half.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Keisei with 9. Japanese television network on hand in Lincoln today covering Keisei. He's got the chance to be a big-time star back home. Jameer Young. Cornish on the run. That floater drops. The freshman who redshirted a year ago, averaging just 2 points per game, but he's got a lot of talent.
Yeah, former 4-star recruit. And now Young just chasing Tominaga.
Hoiberg knifing inside. The underhand to Walker. A little strong with the left hand. Boy, he got a great look. 3-point Husker lead as Young will bring it up for Maryland. Oh, intercepted by Griesel. Couldn't thread the eye of that needle. Griesel fouled by Ike Cornish. And the streak he's been on impacts the game in a variety of different ways.
So look, he's just, you have to pay attention anywhere he goes.
Tominaga. Pass is deflected, and Hart able to keep it in play. Really good play by Hakeem Hart.
Really good. He's able to stunt in there.
It's an over and back.
It is.
Kevin Willard perplexed.
keep going to Walker, too, right in the middle of the floor.
Griesel, double comes. Griesel falling away. Walker with the offensive rebound. Oh, there's Hoiberg on the baseline. 2, thanks to the hustle from Derrick Walker.
The winning plays, and now the crowd's into it. Nebraska goes 2-3 zone here late.
The bobble by Scott. He was thinking about that shot. 10 to shoot. Dante Scott inside against Griesel. No. Hoiberg the rebound.
Another great look from Maryland. Just missed.
Just 31% from the floor. Tominaga inside. Waiting for Hart to clear. Rebound poked out. Maryland with a second chance. They can hold for the final shot now. That's a veteran guard there.
They got a foul to give.
And Nebraska will give it with Hoiberg. Lawrence in for defense in the final 6 seconds. Here's Young, the 3. Too strong. K to the rebound. He'll put it in his pocket. And Nebraska will take the 7-point lead into the halftime locker room.
To me, Maryland's got to start making some of their shots in the paint. They're 6 of 20 from 2.
30% from 2 is not going to cut it on the road in this league for sure. Here's Reese, knifing inside. Count the bucket and the foul. The value that he has on the floor evident immediately. First foul on Wilcher. 3-point play complete. And just like that, Maryland back within 4.
Three-quarter court pressure. Now you get into your action. There's been about 10 seconds chewed off.
And that's part of it, right? You're just trying to shorten what they can do in the half court.
Yes.
Griesel turning the corner. Inside, and Reese says no. There's Walker going to work against Reese. He'd love to pick up Reese's 3rd, but that's going to be a travel. Turnover for the Huskers. Can Maryland cash in for the first time in this game off a Nebraska turnover? Reese, the handoff to Young. Under 10 on the shot clock for Dante Scott. Young down the left side of the lane. Rebound loose. Griesel's got it. And again, Maryland can't cash in on that turnover.
It's amazing. 0 points off turnovers, and with 8 offensive rebounds to only have 3 second chance points. Because a lot of those offensive rebounds are right around the hoop.
Tominaga down the baseline. He had Akeem Hart trailing the whole time.
Akeem Hart is 6'8" and athletic, and Tominaga is barely 6 foot, plays below the net, and yet he still is able to find a way to get the ball to hit the bottom of the net.
And a bump by Wilcher, his 2nd. Here's Scott looking for 3. And Tominaga with the box out of Ian Martinez and a little flex for Casey. If only he had a bit of a showmanship to his game.
That same look, so much room because you don't want to help off Tominaga.
Walker trying to take advantage. That'll be a foul on Dante Scott.
And what makes Tominaga extra special is he's usually in perpetual motion, which can attract multiple defenders as well.
Oh, and he's got such a quick release. He doesn't need much of a glimpse.
Not at all.
7-point Nebraska lead. Young gets rid of it to Martinez. Now back to Jameer Young around the screen from Reese. Shot fake by Martinez. Tough catch by Reese. He's fouled. And Julian Reese is going to work his way to the free throw line. Hasty was going to come on the floor, but now he's headed back to the bench. So he was at the scorer's table and then sat back down. Empty trip for Maryland. There's Tominaga. Wilcher quiet today after his big performance in Piscataway on Tuesday. Griesel left alone. He'll take that shot. 9-point lead for the Huskers, matching their largest of the ball game. To shoot. Reese looking, driving inside, and Reese fouled on the floor before the shot. Third foul on Griesel.
Just watch Tominaga real quick. Comes off a screen, passes it, another handoff. Watch, he's going to go set one on Griesel. And then watch, just him vacating the area. The defense all runs with him, and now nobody's in front of Griesel. There's so much attention on Tominaga. It opens things up because he's in tons of motion and action.
So Griesel sits down. Now Nebraska gets smaller. Hoiberg on the floor.
Maryland needs to continue to attack the paint. I know they've had a tough time making layups, but you got to keep going there.
Tominaga coming over to double. Now Long on the floor. Back out to Scott for an open three, but off the mark, and Reese battling for the foul, and it's Walker who commits the personal. Hart chased by Hoiberg.
Big size advantage here.
If you're Hart, you got to go to work. Long. Baseline drive, blocked away. A whistle and a foul. When Walker has gotten into foul trouble this year, the offense has been stagnant because so much of it runs through him. We'll see how they handle it here.
Yeah, Tominaga's running off screens, but Walker's the decision maker. Now with Griesel and Walker off the floor, a lot of pressure on Lawrence to make some decisions.
Now whistle, and there's a foul. Third team foul. It's Keita off the bench with the foul trouble for Walker. Tominaga, jab step, three, up, off, rebound by Reese. Maryland will be all right with that. Contested threes.
Right.
Long. Low to Martinez. 15 to shoot. The drop off to Reese. Can't get that one to go. And Wilcher will push it up.
So Long's got to get in, Lawrence. Really get into his body.
Wilcher on a line, not able to go down.
Like 2 from 3. Like one of these bigger guards getting inside. Hart trying to attack the smaller frontline players. Here you go. Play through Hart.
You've got an advantage almost every position size-wise. Double team comes from Keita. Long from the logo. Got the floater.
All starts with a post-up, though. Hart attracts some attention. You play out of him, and Long, another closeout.
Griesel to the scorer's table for Nebraska. He'll come in after the timeout.
There needs to be a dead ball quick if you're Fred Hoiberg right now. Martinez on Tominaga. Got to stay attached to him.
There's Wilcher. Handoff to Hoiberg. Hoiberg will attack. Tominaga got a look. Balls out and Reese the rebound.
Dodging bullets there.
6-point Nebraska lead. Maryland trying to find a little bit of space for Reese, and they do. You said it, Nick, the size advantage across the board, and Maryland's taken advantage the last 2 trips down the floor.
Absolutely. Good job. Maryland finally with a little bit of rhythm.
Wilcher, and foul's called on Long. That'll be his second, and a timeout on the floor. Terrapins with a little bit of confidence right now.
Yes.
They've held the Huskers scoreless for over 3 minutes.
Walker and Griesel go to the bench, and Maryland immediately goes on a run. Griesel back on the floor, but Walker with 3 personal fouls has kind of changed this game.
Lawrence trying from 3. Keita trying to track the rebound, but Reese, who's got his 4th double-double of the year, gets his 11th rebound. There's Hart against Hoiberg. Matchup that Maryland has to love. Martinez, good ball movement, and the 3 falls.
Again, it's not complicated. Hart has done that a bunch. He's getting a lot of hockey assists here. He's attracting 2 defenders and then spraying it out of there.
Huskers have missed their last 4 shots. A wild one from Lawrence, 0 for their last 5. Hart looking for the Maryland run, and Cada there to clean it up and throw it out of bounds. Nebraska has not scored since Griesel and Walker each picked up their 3rd fouls. It was 36-27 at that point. It's now 36-35. Long to the rim. Walker with the rejection. Then Walker trying to keep that play alive, and he bats it out of bounds.
Boy, pretty aggressive play for a guy with 3 personal fouls.
Thinking the same thing. Hart. And that's going to be a foul on Griesel. His 4th. 3 free throws coming for Jahari Long, who's only attempted 16 all year.
But all of a sudden, an 11-0 run, they're in the lead because Maryland is defending.
That's what they've done really over the last 10 games now, is they've defended at a high level. The one thing about defense, it's usually portable. You can take it on the road. You can go to a neutral site with it. If Maryland's going to make noise not only in the regular season, but in the postseason, it's going to be defense that starts it.
They're a defensive-led team, no question.
8 to shoot. Lawrence on the drive inside, trying to stop that 11-0 run. He cannot do it. The ball loose. Walker has it, and a foul underneath. Completely different team when Reese is able to be out there and be productive.
No doubt.
Tied at 38.
Some 3-2 zone, Kev.
See how Maryland handles this. Hoiberg not afraid to switch these defenses up. They played more zone in the last month and a half.
And zone can protect foul trouble, too, on individual players. So Walker not prone to foul potentially here.
Young will back it out to Martinez. Got a good look for 3. Rebound, save for Maryland. Emilian with the hustle, and it turns into 3 from Hakeem Hart. But you see what Maryland's going to do. They're going to heat up the Huskers right now, and Breidenbach will bring it up.
But we always usually talks about it's got to be all hands on deck rebounding. Right now for Nebraska, it's got to be all hands on deck handling the ball.
And a good find from Walker, but what a recovery by Dante Scott. Holy cow. An outstanding block by Scott. Young trying to find some work against Hoiberg. This is Emilian. Good minutes in the first half for Maryland. Good defense by Dawson and Walker, but it's out of bounds. 5 on the shot clock for the Terrapins. Young crossing over against Breidenbach, and Breidenbach able to get the rebound off the miss.
Jameer Young's left-handed. You see Breidenbach forced Young to his right. That was knowing the scouting report for Breidenbach.
Tipped out of bounds by Hakeem Hart. Griesel on the bench with 4 fouls. Lawrence being tended to by the training staff right now. And Walker with a travel turns it back over. 7th Nebraska turnover.
Nebraska's just lost all rhythm offensively. The second Walker and Griesel got into foul trouble and went to the bench, the rhythm went away with it.
14-2 since that moment. It's the pivotal moment in this game so far.
Some zone from Nebraska. Again, just trying to mix things up.
Open for 3. Hart. That's a shoot-around 3 for Hakeem Hart, and the largest lead for Maryland is 6.
I'm not sure what happened there. Blown assignment. But I think Hakeem Hart has been awesome here today.
Walker needs help. 2 on the shot clock. 1 on the shot clock. Breidenbach, does he get the shot up? He does. Hoiberg in there trying to get the rebound, and out of bounds off Maryland. What a break for Nebraska.
Smallest guy on the floor.
There's Tominaga. Picked up on the switch by Scott. And a whistle on the floor. A foul called.
Just let him go to work.
There's Walker. Emilian all over him. Really good defense by Patrick Emilian. And then the ball loose. Can Hoiberg save it? No, out of bounds. It'll be with the Terrapins. And Patrick Emilian making another play. We saw it repeatedly in the first half.
Look at this pressure on the ball. Understanding Derrick Walker used his dribble already, just slaps it away. Good hustle from Hoiberg.
Million knows Walker can't be too aggressive trying to get it back. He's got 3 fouls.
That's right.
Million with the ball movement, extra pass in the corner to Scott. Dante Scott's 3 won't go, and Hoiberg with the rebound. Does not have numbers. Walker, the Euro step to the rim, and the first Nebraska field goal since the 17-12 mark.
Middle of the floor, Walker, attack. That has to be rinse and repeat over and over right now.
I mean, if you're Nebraska, you go almost 8 minutes without a field goal, and at the end of it, you're down 4. Scott, off balance against Breidenbach. But a good find in Million. Well, I'm surprised Walker didn't get his 4th, and that's out of bounds to Nebraska. Huskers fortunate here. Wilcher finds Breidenbach inside, and that'll be a foul. Breidenbach cannot convert on the front end of the 1-and-1. See if they can get Reese involved immediately here.
Mismatch, Breidenbach on Young.
There's Long. Shot clock at 10. Reese the handoff to Long. 5 to shoot. Long in the corner. Young contested 3, and it falls.
A really good pass from Long. Could have forced up a shot. Shot clock was under 5. Instead, he skips it to the top of the floor, and Young drills it. Good poise.
7-point advantage, Walker. And that'll be a foul. Reese, an example of that size, but a foul's called. That's on Cada.
So I wouldn't wait too much longer.
They say Tominaga only 2 points in the second half, only 3 attempts in the second half. There's Walker, foul on the floor, no shot. And Million with his 3rd, but another front end miss by Nebraska. That's 2 front ends missed in a 2-possession game.
Big, loom large.
Huskers have struggled all year at the foul line.
And pick and roll. Don't you think, Kev, this has worked really well?
Young will take it himself. Reese cleaning the glass and flipping it back up and in. He has a double-double, 13 points, 13 rebounds. He's been the difference in this second half.
Absolutely.
It's a career-high 13 rebounds for Julian Reese. Reese to the scorer's table. Sat down with 12:48 to go. Hoiberg open for 3. Big bucket for the coach's son.
Huge shot.
Just the second made 3 today and the first since 14:52 in the first half.
Go right back to that pick and roll with Reese and Young.
Hart cannot answer. Hoiberg the rebound. Here's Walker. Tominaga. This place might have erupted had that gone down, but for Casey, it's kind of been the story today. Better at the rim than behind the arc.
One of the few clean looks he's gotten, too.
1 for 5 from 3. Beautiful feed to a cutting Hart. Rebound knocked out of bounds to Nebraska. Huskers get the stop. Now they need another basket.
Riesel into the game.
Hoiberg bouncing. Tominaga wanted a foul, didn't get the call. Demonstrative, he's got to be careful. On the drive, Martinez to the rim, blocked away, a whistle and a tie-up. Possession arrow Huskers. Riesel turns, shot, off. Cada trying for the rebound and a foul on Jameer Young. 1 for 2 for Cada. Martinez secures the board.
I've liked Young pick and rolls with Reese on the side, especially coming to the left side of the floor here. So I like Reese coming and getting him. Certainly Hart posting up's not a bad spot either.
Against Griesel with 4 fouls. The feed out to Scott. He struggled from 3, 1 for 7. He's 1 for 12 from the floor. Young lost it. Walker picks up the loose ball. Walker on the run.
Good decision.
Now Griesel posting against Young. Comes the double and a foul. And 2-point game. 50-48. Crowd will rise in Lincoln. Hart, bounce, Reese, finish, and a foul. And a 3-point play. How good has Reese been today? 16 points, 14 rebounds, and in the second half, 11 and 8.
In the second half, only 1 foul.
Griesel attacking Young. Reese there to help. Trying to find somewhere to go with it, and it's into the backcourt. It'll be a Nebraska turnover, the 9th of the ball game. Terrapins in the second half, just 9 of 24 from the floor. It's not as if they've lit it up, but their defense has been suffocating. Hart. Blocked off by Cada. Extra pass to Scott. 3 to shoot. Dante Scott from the elbow will not go, and Cada cleans the glass. Been a rough afternoon for Dante Scott.
That was a great defensive possession from Nebraska. And I like the ball in Walker's hands here.
Where will he go to work against Scott? The hook is good for Derrick Walker. He's got 19.
Just don't think you got an answer for him when he takes his time.
3-point game with 3 to play. Shot clock at 10. Jameer Young, 7 points on 3 for 12 shooting. Here's Martinez with 3 on the shot clock. The runner by Martinez is short. Long rebound. Griesel diving for it and out of bounds. Shot clock down to 10 for Akeem Hart. Open against Griesel. Cada there on the double. Martinez spinning off balance. Short rebound. Cada. 3-point game, 2:15 to play in Lincoln.
Scott on Walker now.
Walker will go to work again. This was the matchup a moment ago, ended with a made hook. Double comes from Hart, underhand Griesel to the rim, 1-point game.
Well, what a great cut from Sam Griesel.
Martinez is down in the paint. They're going to count the bucket and a foul. And it makes it a 2-possession ball game.
The ball's going to be in Walker's hands. You need to have Maryland Terrapins doing a better job plugging up the lane here. And knowing who you're helping off of and who you're not helping off of.
Walker to work again. Walker. Extra to Tominaga. Tominaga trying to post the foul, and the whistle blows. And Tominaga, I believe it's a deep 2, is going to go to the free throw line for a pair. Can hear a pin drop in here. Now you can't. 2-point game. 1:20 to go. Right down to the wire in this incredibly competitive league. Scott will try. Short again. Martinez with the flip out of the foul. Ian Martinez trying for the back tap. Instead, it's his 4th personal foul. Tide, it was 38-38. It's 56-56 with 60 seconds to play.
Reese fell down. He's finally got back up.
A 10 to shoot. Young, crossover against Hoiberg. Baseline, floater, good. Jameer Young, clutch.
I love it. Sometimes keep it simple. You don't need a lot of action. Just get it to your closer. That's Young. Get him an opportunity to drive an attack, and he scores.
Timeout, Nebraska. Got to get it in quickly. Griesel's in trouble, and the timeout is used. The final Nebraska timeout is called. Here's Tominaga. In traffic, in trouble, tipped out of bounds. Stays with the Huskers. 23 to shoot. See if they can recover here. Plenty of time to do so. They need a little help. No timeout to call, and the lob into Walker. That was close. Now Walker on the attack.
And Young's got to be in the gap there, but a heck of a play from Derrick Walker. Keep it simple. Go to your star.
Maryland can hold for the final shot in regulation. Can they win it late? And timeout. Inbound to Young. 10 seconds to go. Tie game in Lincoln. 7 seconds to go. Young against Hoiberg. The crossover. Young hesitates. Step back. 2. No! Walker the rebound. Overtime in Lincoln. Husker students went out near halftime and got new sweatshirts. So some of them in the midst of changing, I'm sure, those sweatshirts. Maryland underway in this overtime with the basketball. There's Hakeem Hart. He's had the hot hand today from behind the arc, and an offensive foul. There's Tominaga. Deep three. And a huge bucket for Casey.
Incredible. You make one mistake, and he burns you.
5 straight games of 20 or more for Casey Tominaga. The last Husker to do it, Ty Lue. Martinez can't answer. 3-point lead. Nebraska with the ball.
So you go right back to that same action. A little stagger for Casey Tominaga.
Young draped all over Tominaga. Now Walker will work. Here's Hoiberg. To Walker. Double comes. Walker finds Hoiberg. Open man. 3 won't go. Reese the rebound.
That's more like it, though, for Maryland. Know who you're helping off of. Don't get it out of Walker's hands.
Down around that Reese screen. The step through. The scoop. Rounds home.
What a great sidestep jump stop in traffic from Jameer Young. He has been clutch.
He makes it look easy, and it is not.
No.
Goodness. There's a lot going on there.
Good job by Martinez trying to chase Tominaga.
10 on the shot clock. Griesel, the bounce to Walker. Walker in traffic. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. Going to stay on this end of the floor.
Well, one more time. Look at this staggered screen. You don't communicate a switch. You get hung up in those 2 screens, and Tominaga drills it, and he's loving it.
20 points on the nose for Tominaga. 7 to shoot for Walker. Little shot fake. Drives past Scott, and he stepped out of bounds. A turnover. Here's Young. He's had it all the way so far. Working against Hoiberg, and a foul is called. Maryland up 1, 62-61. Here's Griesel. Against Hart. Baseline. Tough shot. Good defense by Hart. Just pinned him towards that baseline. Now Hart. And in with the hammer. Oh my goodness. Hakeem Hart with the explosion.
What a sequence.
Walker will try. He'll go to the line after the foul on Reese, his fourth, but Hakeem Hart, goodness.
Gets the block on one end, ahead of steam, and look out, Hakeem Hart breaking hearts here in Lincoln. Listen to it. So offense, defense, but it's not complicated. It's probably going to Young here. Hoiberg's got to get a stance, fight that dribble.
Derrick Walker at the line tonight, 9 of 11 at the charity stripe for a 44% shooter. Martinez turns the corner into the paint, scoop shot, offensive foul. It's a charge as Queta took the contact, no bucket, and Martinez has fouled out of the ball game.
For someone who's 6'11", Queta loves taking charges. Absolutely set. Big time play from Blaze Queta, the junior college transfer. Watch him fight around the defense. He's outside the restricted area. Takes it in the chest. Another toughness play from Nebraska.
It's what Fred Hoiberg likes the most right now about Blaze Queta's game. Said he's our best positional defender, and with his lift back after the ankle injury, he's able to do those kinds of things.
Yes, and if you're Maryland, you need to understand Nebraska's a charge-taking team. You got to plan accordingly when you drive it.
Vulture back in for Queta. Tominaga, knifing, scoop shot, wild, won't go. 1-point game, Maryland with the ball in the lead.
Great rotation rebound from Dante Scott.
There's Hart. On the shot clock. Hart attacking Wilcher. Couldn't do the offense-defense now. Hart spins. Break for the Huskers. He had the open look.
You said it.
Breeson working against Young. It's all the way and the foul. And that was the design for Fred Hoiberg. He wanted that spread, but Breeson cannot connect on the three-point play, so it remains a 1-point Nebraska lead. Kevin Willard says, slow it up, guys. Run your stuff. Young, Queta there on the switch. Young attacking the big man. Ball poked away, and Hoiberg with the pilfer.
Job by Queta, too.
Slow to get up on the other end. He hurt his ankle again. Limping up the floor, and they're going to stop this game. And Queta, who injured his ankle in December against Queens. Recently, just walking the tightrope to keep that inbound in play. 13 to shoot, Nebraska by 1. There's Walker, working against Reese. Walker looking, 6 to shoot. Walker, short rebound, Reese, his 16th of the ball game.
Way to make it tough. Reese, good defense.
Timeout, Maryland. It'll be Hart to inbound for Maryland. And Hoiberg with a steal. The coach's son with a 3-point lead. Young, Maryland down 3. Inside, spin to the rim. No, tied up. Possession arrow, Nebraska. But now pressure on the inbound. It's Hoiberg. Comes back to get it, and they'll foul immediately. Young. 5-point game. Maryland attacking quickly with Young. Long hand to Scott. Scott driving to the rim for 2. They cannot stop it. 3-point game. Walker's got to inbound. Lawrence over to get it, and a foul. 10.8 seconds to go. 79% at the stripe today. They missed the second. 4-point game. Scott to push. Scott looking inside. Tried to dump it off. Ball tipped away. Scott, corner jumper off the side of the backboard. Huskers win it. 70-66. Nebraska. And even 500 on the year. 7-10 in the league. Down 8 with 6:50 to play in regulation. They win it in overtime.